Welcome back to my channel, guys. Next in Food. I am your diva chef, Simone Walker Barrett. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you. Hit that little subscription button. Turn your notification bell on so that when we post a video, you will be notified. Now, today's tutorial is all about the beautiful roast chicken, but not just any chicken. I want to show you how to brine your chicken for that perfect, savory, delicious taste. Now, a brine is just a salty, flavorful liquid that you can put meat in. And today's brine is going to focus on some of the flavors that I love on roast chicken. So, let me show you how to make a rosemary brine for your next roast chicken dinner. Okay guys, so for your brine you need a nice big 4-quart pot. So we will need a total of 4 liters of water for a brine, but we're going to start off with a pint first. So in the pot you want to add 1 pint, which is 2 cups. This is 1 cup of salt, guys. This salt got some of the garlic powder and black pepper mixed into it. So 1 cup of salt goes in. And whenever you're making a brine, you want to add some sugar in there. The sugar just adds a little bit of sweetness that will help to caramelize the product during the baking process. We're also adding a tablespoon of ground ginger. A brine must be a very flavorful liquid, so you can add whatever you want in there. This is a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. You guys know how I love this thing by now. And then here is the star of the brine. Remember I told you this is a rosemary flavored brine. Rosemary is a herb. This is 2 tablespoons of dried rosemary leaves. Rosemary smells a lot like lemon to me. It's amazing how good it smells. And then we are going to add a tablespoon of garlic powder. And you want to mix everything in. Now we want to add some dry thyme. And because I love everything spicy, I am adding 2 whole Scotch bonnet pepper. Now, I do this process because you want to get all of this flavor out. So we're going to put this on the stove and bring it to a boil, and then we will add the remaining water. So I'll show you how it is done. So come with me to the stove. So guys, the base for our brine has finally come to a boil. This part, as I said before, is very important because what happens is that when you heat up all the spices and the rosemary, it extracts their flavors a whole lot better. So that is why we do this step. So now that it has come to a boil, the whole kitchen is smell like garlic and rosemary and Scotch bonnet pepper and thyme. So you know that your chicken is going to taste absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to remove this and I'm going to add the remaining water, and I'm going to add some ice. And what that is going to do is cool the brine down quickly, because you don't want to put the chicken in a hot brine. No, 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 no. You have to allow the brine to cool. All right, so we are going to cool this down quickly by adding the liquid, and then we will add our chicken to the brine and let it stay in our fridge overnight for best results. So guys, we're pouring in the water. A brine adds interest to any meat. So next time you want to add some bolder flavor, you can make a brine with whatever spice, whatever flavor you like, and put your chicken in. I'm using a whole chicken, but you can also brine pieces of chicken. You can brine pork tenderloin, beef, oxtail, any meat can be brined. I'm also adding in some ice. What the ice is going to do is cool this brine down quickly. Oh God, guys, I wish you could just smell this brine. This smells like rosemary and Scotch bonnet. You can leave the pepper out if you're not a pepper lover, but we love pepper. So now our brine is totally cool. This is what we want. And now I am going to add this beautiful chicken. Look at that. So this is a 4-pound chicken or more. This chicken is very special because this chicken is raised by a friend of mine. Look at that. She raised this chicken and I bought it from her. Isn't that beautiful? This chicken is nice and heavy. So I have a boning knife. So in the breast, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pierce the breast. Just push the knife in. You wanna use a small tip knife. And what we're doing, we wanna get the brine into the breast because you know the breasts tend to be a little bit boring. So you wanna just pierce both the top and the bottom. So I'm going again from down here and I'm just inserting just a little cut in the breast and also in the leg and the thigh. All right, that's all we need to do. And then we want to just gently put this chicken into the brine. And then you want to cover it and put this in your fridge. You can brine this for up to 3 days. I am going to be brining it overnight. After you take it out of the brine, you should rinse it because a brine can be a little bit salty, and then we will put a dry rub on it and roast it. But I'll show you all of that, guys. This is step 1, and this is the brining process for this delicious rosemary brined roast chicken. So I'll show you what this looks like tomorrow. So guys, our rosemary brine chicken has been sitting in the brine for 24 hours and now it's time for us to remove it. Okay, now this chicken took on all of that good flavor that we put in the brine, but we want to go one little step further. We want to rinse the chicken off. Okay, you want to rinse off that brine taste. So take it from your brine, discard the brine, and then we are going to rinse this under some running water. And we're going to put a dry rub of basically the same spices that went into the brine. Rosemary, paprika for color. That didn't go in the brine, but we're adding some paprika for color. You know, us Jamaican, we love our food with color on it. Some of the Old Bay seasoning and garlic powder. So that's what we're going to rub on it before we put it in the oven. So come with me to the sink. I show you how to rinse the chicken. So guys, you just want to get a container of water and turn the pipe on and just rinse it off. Sometimes, you know, that brine taste, the brine did its work. You just want to just give it a rinse. Some people would say, what is the point of rinsing it after you put it in a brine? The brine is a salt solution, so rinsing it gets rid of some of that salt. And it's very, very simple. So now it's nice and rinsed and clean. I'm gonna pat it dry with some paper towel and put the dry rub on it, and then off it goes to the oven. So all I'm doing is using some paper towel, getting rid of all the excess water. Because you're roasting the chicken, you want to minimize the amount of moisture because you want a nice crisp skin. So to do that, you just use some paper towel and just pat it dry. So now that our chicken is nice and dry, I like to add a couple cloves of garlic in the breast. So I'm just going to use a boning knife and make an incision in the breast, and then just stuff 2 cloves of garlic in there. This part is optional. If you don't like the strong garlic taste, you can leave it out, but I like it, so I put it in. Okay, where is that? Where is that? All right, let's go again, guys. So use a boning knife and then you push the garlic in. I think what's happening, this piece is a bit too big. All right, so let's go again. There we go. And so what you did was just to make a cavity with the knife so that you can put the garlic in. And then I'm gonna turn it and do the same thing up here on the breast. Boning knife in, make a cavity, and put some garlic clove. That little extra step is going to give the breast a nice little flavor. Okay, so that's done. Now on to our spice rub. So again, for a spice rub, granulated garlic, rosemary, paprika for color. This is smoked paprika. We wanted that little smoke vibe. And this is some Cajun seasoning. We're gonna just combine it together like this. So these are some of the same flavors that went into the brine. All right, you want to get it all over, and then you give it a flip, get it mixed in, and rub it on. Rub it on. If you like your food season, you get as much season as you like on it. And then finally, we're gonna put some inside the cavity. Just put it down in there. Okay, and just rub it in. Then we're gonna put a little bit of vegetable oil. What the oil does, it helps to crisp up the skin. I personally love a crisp skin roast chicken. So you just wanna put about 2 tablespoons, all right, especially where the breast is. And then guys, this little trick, I don't have any butcher's twine. Usually you tie the legs together because during the cooking process it's going to spread. So what I do is you take a toothpick and you're gonna run it from one leg to the next, just like that. And this I said a toothpick, but this is really a skewer. This skewer is going to hold the chicken legs together and prevent it from spreading. So I'm going to rinse my hand and come back and show you how to put it on the oven tray and put it in the oven. So pay attention to our oven tray. We have a rack and a metal sheet pan, and I lined everything with foil because I want easy cleanup when I'm done. So if any liquid drips, it's gonna drip onto the foil. The purpose of the cooling rack is to allow the air to circulate so that our chicken roasts up nicely and it doesn't steam. So you wanna get it crisp on the outside. This is a big chicken, so I'm going to start roasting it at 350 degrees for 40 minutes, and then I'm going to lower the temperature to 300 degrees and roast it for another 40 minutes. We want the chicken to reach an internal temperature of 165, and that's the safe temperature for all cooked poultry. So guys, let's go to the stove and roast our rosemary brine roast chicken. Guys, I want to show you this little trick for this big bird. You want to tent it. So you want to cover it halfway with foil before you actually put it in the oven. Let me go again in slow motion. Okay, so you take aluminum foil and you cover the bird. This is a big bird. You cover it in the pan and then put it in the oven. What the foil will do is protect the delicate breast from drying out. Okay, so we're gonna do that for 45 minutes and then remove it. So guys, look at that. I feel like our chicken only has 20 more minutes to go. So in this container, guys, I have some rosemary and paprika and a little bit of oil. I'm just giving our chicken its final base. What I have been doing throughout the cooking time is taking the cooking liquid. If you look on the pan, you see the drippings from the chicken. So this is what I pour into my container, and I'm using it now to baste the chicken. It's very important that you baste the chicken. This chicken is cooking for a total of 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay, we're now at the 1 hour and 20 minute mark. We have 20 more minutes to go. And in between that time, you want to baste the chicken at least 5 times. Basting is very important to get the color and just to develop the flavor. And of course, it adds to the overall juiciness and appearance of the chicken. So we're gonna put it right back in. Take your final look. I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna turn my oven up to 375 to crisp up the skin. So this chicken is perfectly cooked. We just need some crispy skin going. So it's gonna go right back into the hot oven in the center of the oven. And I'm gonna... So guys, look at our roast chicken dinner spread. Our roast chicken is finally ready. So I'm going to just remove the skewer. You see what the purpose of the skewer was, to make sure that the leg stays intact. Isn't this juicy looking? So now guys, I have a few garnishes. These are what I call functional garnish. So I have some sauteed string beans. I figured these are very easy to find, so you could just get some string beans and just garnish however you like. So my family, they're just going to help themselves with these vegetables. So we have some carrots, and we also have some cabbage. I'm gonna put the cabbage right here. Nothing fancy, just flavor. So I just want to show you how simple it is to have a beautiful roast chicken dinner. And then my husband loves onions, so I roast some onions and tomatoes, and I'm just gonna put the onions here. Nice little symmetrical design, nothing too hard to get done, right guys? So this is all it is, our roast chicken dinner. Put this one right here. It's finally ready. We have some gravy. All right, I just made this gravy. I'll make the gravy on another video for you to see how it is done. All right, so this is our gravy, and we are going to have this with some rice and peas. You can check out the rice and peas tutorial. We uploaded a rice and peas, how to make rice and peas last year, so you could just check that out, guys. This is what it looks like. I am just gonna cut into it so that you can see the juiciness of the roast chicken. So guys, I just want to cut it so that you can see what the inside looks like. Look at that juiciness. This is what it looks like. So one piece for me, and we're gonna share this, guys. And then just a little bit of our sauce. So this is what the plate would look like. You can have this with whatever starch you like. I'm going to have this with some rice and peas. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial on how to roast a whole chicken using the brining method to add extra flavor informative. I hope you found this tutorial informative, guys. I am your diva chef, Simone Walker Barrett. Remember to leave a comment down below I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Like, share. I'll see you next time with another of my favorite dish that I like to make for my family. You take care.